That's not how I would act with anyone that put me on the block, so don't feel like you have to tiptoe around me.
Can we talk later?
Yeah.
Just find me whenever, because I don't want to like be pressing. I didn't want to be overbearing with you.
Yeah.
But I
thought it was
really
closed.
like a chance.
I think the hot tub is closed, but not the hot tub area.
Break down where.
Oh, if it isn't, let me know, because I'll go back out there.
I don't want it to seem like
I thought it
I've
was
been
just closed.
faking everything and lying to you this entire time about like how I feel about you.
I'll find out.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to check right now.
Come to me. I'm sorry. It's fine. I just like, I know. You know, you need to also, regardless of your decision, be able to
Still hear me out.
100%. The week's young,
you know what
man.
I mean? Exactly.
The week's young.
And I would hate for you to make a decision based on something that is not big enough that you need to.
Yeah.
Or I feel that regardless of me understanding and not being surprised, I would never be surprised any week when I'm on the block, literally.
Yeah.
Whether it was last week I wouldn't be surprised, whether it's next week I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But, like, I still think that there's more benefits to keeping me in this game than sending me home.
Which is totally fair.
And, you know, I know that it's, you know, it's a big move and it's, you know, it's ballsy and everything. I get all the benefits of doing this to me, but, you know, again, like, everyone has to do what's best for their game.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And I think there's big possibilities that regardless of your decision today, that, you know, there are benefits to you keeping me in the game.
I mean, the game changes literally a mile a minute,
you know?
so I feel I'm not...
And I don't want you to feel like you have to tiptoe around me.
I don't want to feel that way either, I know.
Yeah, like,
I feel like this isn't us.
Yeah, and you know, and that's what's like super shitty.
I know,
like,
I know.
This isn't us, and it's like sort of like, what the fuck? And it's like understandable, but it's also just like, you know, it's not some, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that, you know, you told me that you don't care about making big moves in this game and you don't want to make people feel like shit. And you know, and I believed you when you said that, and I'm still hoping that's how you feel. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like, regardless of anyone ever putting me on the block, I wouldn't, you know, it's not some war that's been started. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be some war.
Like, the last thing I ever want is to just, like, make you feel like a shitty person or, like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's him having a very hard time separating heart from head in this game because I care so much about you as a person. Like, I care so much about you as a human being. And to try to think, like, just game-wise is so fucking hard.
And that's the thing, is that I think that it would be maybe not next week and maybe not the week after, but I think in the long run it would be a bad move for you to send me home. And I don't want, and I also don't want you to think that, like, if you say if the house was completely split and you were the vote, I also don't want you to think that if you don't keep me in,
that I'm fucking my game,
or that it's starting a big war. It's not if I stay in this game, Erica's next. It's not about that. It's not about, I just want you to remember that if you're feeling any type of way towards me or against me, don't let it be that if I stay in the house, I'm coming after you. Yeah. Because I know that's going to be very big on your mind.
Yes.
And you were never on my radar. And it doesn't mean just because you had to make this decision that you are. And fairly, I was an easy choice to put up. Yeah. You know, but I'm just telling you right now that I meant everything that I've always said to your face. I truly meant it when I said that I would help you and I would fight for you. And I know that, you know, based on certain things that have happened in the house, maybe you felt that you couldn't trust me.
I honestly just started to doubt it. And this is the thing. I never doubted whether or not you were telling, like, for me, I believe that when you say that you're telling the truth, that you're telling the truth, but then there's something deep down inside me that's like, I don't know. And I don't know if that's an insecurity within myself. I don't think it has to be with our dynamic, or maybe it's your relationship with other people and, like, some of the things that I've heard that I'm like, that doesn't seem entirely true, which is what I was trying to talk about the other day, where I was like, okay, like, how are you as an adversary as opposed to an ally? Because, like, if you're like looking at me dead ass in the face and you're like, I don't lie to the people that I don't like, I don't lie to the people that I do like, whatever, because I'm like, I just would find that very hard to believe. And so for me, after last week, I literally was just sitting there and I was like, I just don't know. I just didn't know where I stood with you anymore.
And this is the thing, is that...
And I still don't.
People that, in this game, any small move or wrong move can set your precedent for the whole game. Hence why Andrew went home in 1 week by playing too aggressive.
And that's literally what we talked about, where I was like, I hate that.
I made the mistake of telling Jesse for 3 days that he was 100% safe and I had his back, and then changing my mind in the last 2 days because I was talking to people that I considered allies or people that I was closest to in the house. And that's why after my talk with you, after my talk to everybody, after Jesse went home, I promised myself that I would never put myself in a position where people had to doubt their trust with me. And whether I had to tell people, I don't know all week. And I'm not sure
but you're just not going to be that kind of player anymore.
That's what I'm going to do. But you are one of the people in this house that I want to fight for. And that I just feel this, what's the word? This connection to you in a way that it's like me and you are the same type of person. We are the same type of competitor. And I don't want this to be on 100% thing for you right now because it's not fair, and I wasn't given the chance to. I gave my first HOH away. I didn't have an opportunity to play in vetoes. I came in the house the way that I did. All I need people have to. And this is the thing, is there's very few people in the house that I'm looking in the eye and telling them that I will fight for, and you were one of them. And I
think for me, I was just doubting that. It just felt like every single person has heard, like, yeah, like, you're not on my radar, you're not on my radar. And I was like, okay, well, if you're telling everybody that no one's on your radar, then who the fuck is on your radar?
Well, that's the thing, is that no one is... Like, I do, like, you asked me who I would send home and who I would put it up. And I knew who I was going to put up. But again, like, it's almost like, well, thank God I didn't tell you. Because of the position that I'm in right now.
For sure. No.
And that's how I feel. And I do, it's not that people aren't on my radar. It's that, okay, it's not that I don't know who's on my radar. It's that I know who's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why when I talk about a certain small handful of people, those are people that I've knew that I've wanted to work with since the moment I got in the house. My mind has not changed in this core set of people, Erica. Like, it has not changed at all. Regardless of the relationships I've had and the people I still feel close to, there's a small group of people that I want to work with in this house, and you're one of them. And I know that, this game makes you doubt everybody. And I know one small thing, like telling people they're safe and then changing their mind, can allow doubt in your mind. I know there's actions that people do that make you doubt them, and it either can be an end-all and be-all, or it can be
a learning curve and never happen again. And I told you in that room that it was a learning curve for me, and I would never make that mistake again. And it's one of those things where I was just like, and like, I mean, like I said, the week is fucking young. One day in this game is like a year in life, I swear to God. But like, it was just one of those things where I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know what to believe. So that means that my trust is wavering. And that my security was wavering. Like, because for me, I've never in this game doubted that, like, you actually give a shit. And that, like, this could actually be something good.
I know.
Until this last couple of days, last week, whatever, where I was like, what is going on? I just, like, didn't know where your head was at. I literally was like, it seems like everybody feels the same way about you that I do. And that made me question if that was even real. You know what I mean? It feels like we're having a relationship chat right now where it's like, it's just so like, this is, fun.
But this is the thing, is that you are the most all-rounded player in this house. And the people that are probably uneasy about me probably are saying the same things to other people. You are smart, you are strong, and you also have, you've won the most comps. Like, you are a threat. Maybe not someone's immediate threat, but I want to protect the people that will work with me, Erica. And I want to fucking protect you. I want to fight for you. I want to be given the chance to show that I can be trustworthy in this house. I came into this house
on a lie,
Like,
and that was not your fault.
And it's just
and and I just want you to know that has never played an impact in where I was at with you. Like, I never thought, because of how you had to enter this house, that was a reflection of your character.
But just know that since then, I've been treading fucking water, and I've been doing the best that I can to build relationships and trying to find my way in this game. And nothing, there's like literally nothing, and I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm just mad right now.
Like, I'm just angry. If you weren't angry, I would be concerned that you don't want to be here.
Is that, I guarantee you, I'm one of the most passionate and loyal players to the people that will have my back and will put their trust and faith in me and will give me a chance. And I need a chance in this house to prove to the very small, close group of people who I actually think give a shit about me and who I give a shit about that I will fucking fight with you till the end. And to me, you know, we'll talk more about it when I'm less emotional, but to me, any person that goes next to Marin is going home. If in the future, he's not a threat. He's not, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you have the opportunity to put someone up who's literally not a threat, you know, used as a pawn, everyone's gonna go home. Keep me in the game. Like, keep me in the game so that I can fight for you and I can fight for me and I can fight for whatever we're doing. But please don't make it off one little hunch you have about something that may not even matter. Give me a chance to look you in the eye like I've done every time we've talked and prove my character in this house to you, because I wish it was anyone but you that put me up.
I know. And that's why I literally...
And I respect it, and I think it's jokes, and I wish I was...
Jokes.
And I think... Well,
it's honestly not jokes. It's not jokes at all.
I think it's jokes that the person that is literally, I think, is the most similar to me in the house is putting me up. It's sort of just like, fuck.
Well, because because literally my position after last week is I was like, okay, let me think long term. I believe that in the interim that you would 100% have my back. And then I'm like, and then what happens? I don't know if I can beat you. I believe that I can beat any fucking person in this house except for you. In calm. If we're on, like, if I'm playing for veto against you, I don't know where I'm at. I feel confident with most other people except for you. Because we're the same. We're literally so similar.
I get what you're saying, and with me, the difference is that you have a stronger social game than me. You are strong in mental puzzle memory competitions. You are, I think, a stronger player than me. Does that make me afraid of you? No. It makes me want to bring you to the end, and it makes me want to say, when we're final 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, look next to you and be like, good fucking luck, may the best competitor win.
And that's always been our thing.
And
that's always
been
our thing.
And the reason why I feel that way and I'm not afraid of you is because I do fucking trust you. That's the difference, is that I'm not afraid of you because I trust you, and I know the reason that you're afraid of me is because you don't trust me.
Not right now.
Exactly. And to me, there's you know, there's people in this house that, yeah, you might be able to beat, but you're going to be on the block one day, Erica. And I want to fight for you. I wouldn't fight against you. And right now, whether you believe it or not, since you won that veto, now you have become a player that no one knew you were capable of. And it's a benefit, it's a pro and it's a con. And at the end of the day, I would still rather win comps and have that thrown on me than not. It's just in my character.
I mean, if no one's throwing your name out there, then you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
And that's the thing.
Exactly. And you also need to question the people that maybe people that are having the same questions about me. You need to realize that they're probably having conversations with me that are completely opposite of what they're having with you. And it's unfair, and it's all a part of the game. But
it's just such a complex, like, and especially like in this week of week 4, where it's like I can either make a move that people would define as a big move, or I can do like a grocery run of an eviction. And I was like, okay, I want to prove I've been doing nothing these past 3 weeks. I was safe 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and now this is the 3rd out of 4. I've been given safety for 3 out of 4 weeks. And so it's easy for me to be like, all right, let's do like a big thing, whatever. But like, man, like, and so the thing is, I look around and I'm like, no one is going to be able to take this shot at you but me. Because I don't think that anybody is strong enough to come after someone like you. Because you're a fucking beast, dude. Like, you're literally, I don't mean to call it beast, you're just like, overall, as a human being, you're
block. And then come Thursday, be like, holy fuck, keeping one of the biggest threats, one of the biggest targets, someone that you put in this position and taking me off. And like I said, you know, because like people are saying like, oh, like, you know, like we're in a tough position because like we love you so much, but we don't want you to go after Erica. And I'm just like, to me, it's not that Erica puts me on the block and then and it's also because I've wanted to work with you for so long that to me, I don't want it to be you keep me in the house and we go against each other. I want it to be you keep me in the house and I prove to you that I'm a loyal fucking player and a hard worker and we work together. And that would be even more fucked. It would be more fucked because it would be like, okay, I doubted Veronica, I followed my gut, but I haven't been able to every time she talks to me, it's real shit.
Yeah.
You know, you don't feel that I'm lying to you. You feel that what I'm saying is true when I say I want to fight with you and I want to work against you. And you take a fucking chance on me because you would be kicking yourself in the ass, Erica, if you sent me home.
And then follow you 2 weeks later.
If you can follow me, or if you just regretted it, or really anything. You know what I mean? Because
I think the hardest part for me right now is like, I just know you've been fed so much bullshit from so many people, and I don't want you to think that like just because I just did that is like everything that I've said to you about how I feel about you as a human being is not true, because I know you've felt that so many times. Like, we've talked about this shit, and to like ever make somebody feel that way is so like I'm gutted about it. I honestly am, and I don't want you to think that this is like something that I can just look at you and be like, and like it literally is crushing me, because like I really don't think I have the heart for this game. Like, I don't, to have to sit there and look at you in the eye 3 fucking times and put you on that blog was literally heart-wrenching. Like, it sucks, and I don't want to make you feel that way. Like, I really, by no means want to be another person on the list that, like, let you down and fucked you over and didn't give a shit about you, because that's not it.
I know, but
like, regardless, like, I still give so many shits about you, and I still think you're an incredible person. Like, and I'm not, and I hear what you're saying, it's not falling on deaf ears, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I just wasn't expecting to give a shit.
I know, and trust me when I say that you putting me on the block today is not a defining factor for me and you, which is why I said I don't want to be walking on toes.
Yeah.
But you have 3 days to allow me to change your fucking mind.
Yeah.
You have 3 days to allow me to fucking prove to you that I mean what I say, when I will fucking stay in this house and I will protect you and I will fight for you.
Yeah.
I have 3 days. I'm not throwing in the fucking towel. I'm not fucking being what Andrew's doing right now and slumping around the house.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, I haven't had a chance to prove anything to anybody. You know what I mean? The first HOH I gave away. The second HOH was a fucking question comp, which I fucking suck in. I haven't been allowed to play in any of the videos. You know, to me, it's like, what chances have you given me to prove to you that I'll have your back?
Yeah.
And this is the ultimate choice that you can make for me on Thursday. It's the ultimate. And I'm going to be pushing for it every single day, starting now.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I mean?
nothing less.
I'm going to be pushing for it every single day. And I know that it's an easy time to get me out of the house. But we've talked about this since day one. We want to work with people that are targets. We want to work with the bigger threats. We don't want to just send them all home.
And just be a van with a bunch of floaters.
We are the exact same person in this game, Erica. We, especially as the females in this game, can run this shit. And I know you think I'm a strong competitor, but you're just as strong, if not stronger mentally. You know what I mean? You are so smart in this game, and I respect you so much, and that's why it fucking killed me that you put me on the block. But don't let today or anything be a defining factor. It's unfair to me. Don't just decide that you're gonna send me home. You know, give me a chance to talk to you and explain why I'm better to be in this game than Marin, and why I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
And it was a big game move that you did, and great, you did it. Make a bigger move. Keep me in the fucking game. Trust me. Let me prove it to you. You know what I mean? Let me prove it to you.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. You said that yourself.
No,
You're like you trust me. I've done nothing to show you
to me specifically. No.
Exactly. And like I said, it was my mistake to tell people that they're safe when I changed my mind 2 days, because I meant it that day and then I didn't, but it made me look like I was shady and flip-floppy in that terms, and it was a mistake that I made, and that's why from now on I'm not doing that anymore. How I felt about you since day one has not changed at all, personal or game.
And I
still feel the exact same way. And if you want to keep me in this game, and if you want me to fight for you, when some of these people won't, I will. You know, and don't think that you keeping me in the house is gonna start because it's not. If anything, it would actually be quite like unbelievable if you kept me in the game and we just fuck. Well, that was close. Like, let's fucking, you know,
close call.
Close call. Thanks for scaring the fucking shit out of me. You know what I mean? It's just like, I have more to offer than Marin for your game. Don't make a decision that is, and just keep your fucking thoughts to yourself. Make this decision on your own. Don't let people get to you. Just trust me and talk to me.
I was gonna say, definitely not today, because we're both like, every single time I go to talk to you, I just start weeping. So I feel like maybe tomorrow, I do want to literally have a chance to sit down with you and bring up every single area in which I'm iffy so that I can hear you out.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to be like, oh, I have all these reasons that I'm like doubting you and just keep them to my damn self.
Tell me them.
So I don't know how to shuffle yet, so that's just not.
Exactly. And let me, exactly. Fuck you. I didn't even hear what you said.
And you're like, exactly.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, exactly.
You're like, wait, fist yourself.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, everyone's like, you know, people are saying to me like, oh, like, you know, like they're acting like it's gonna be some big thing in the house right now, and like it's not.
Well, I was worried.
I mean?
I was worried that it might be.
I'm not like that.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? And I was worried. Like that's why I tapped you, and I'm like, Erica, like you could chill the fuck out.
You
Like
don't
we
have to
could still
avoid me,
talk and be friends, and you know what I mean? And you know, I'm not. By any means, I think I could still stay in this game this week, but only if people actually hear me out and don't make decisions based on other people and don't do just what you want to do because you're HOH. Don't you don't you want people who will actually have their own opinions, not people who will just say, Erica, what do you want me to do?
No, I know. I don't like this whole like unanimous vote, kumbaya. My vote is your vote at HOH, and that's why I've been telling people to literally fuck off, because I'm like, I want my decisions to come from my own brain, and I would expect nothing less from the people surrounding me. And I know there are people here who don't think for themselves.
Exactly.
And that's frustrating.
The main thing I want you to take out of this conversation is, if you keep me in the game, it won't be a war between us.
Yeah.
It will be a reconciliation. You know, and...
But I would love the opportunity to literally just like, because if moving forward that is the case, I would just want everything to be laid out and be like, this is all the, like, these are all the reservations, these are all the, you know what I mean?
It needs to be laid out, it needs to be squashed, and then we start fresh. And then if anything happens in the future, then you fucking know. But it's like right now, I think it would be unfair and a really shitty decision on both of our parts to send me out of this, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is fair.
I know.
And like, trust me, it was not like an easy, oh, this is an obvious move in my head. And I know it is to some people, but like, I've always fucked happy with you.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's always
That's
been
why I was kind of just like, fuck.
Got
but
it.
like, it's not that I'll ever, you know, Will might put me on the block one day. Am I going to sit there and be like, no, I'm going to think, all right, there's reasons for this, but all I need is your mind not to be made up right now. Like, shake all that shit out and just let me for 3 days talk to you.
Yeah.
And
the least I can do is that.
Don't think that it's also a weak move if you do make this big move and you do decide to keep me. Don't make it seem like, well, people are gonna think like it's weak. Because it could go either way, and it could possibly make people think of you as stronger.
Well, it's like, it's one of those things where it's evident that I'm a free thinker regardless. And I trust me, that hasn't been lost on me, for sure.
And I know.
And the least I can do is to hear you out for 3 days. That is the least I can possibly do, is to give you the benefit of the doubt, at least in the next 3 days.
And I know that you say, you know, you're scared that it would, you know, you don't know, you can know that you could beat everyone else, but that's the thing, is like, if you look at the veto you just competed in and you look around at the competitors and the people that are in it, when you're put on the block, do you have faith and 100% that any of those people in the veto that you were with would win it? And you don't even have to answer that, because I already know the answer. But just know that.
It's fair.
Whether we have to duke it out at the end, Erica, at least there is a small chance, or at least there's a big chance that I could help you get there. And then, to me, it's, if there's a puzzle or a mental game, I'm fucked. But then, at least I could help you get there. And, you know, if it's another one, but at least we helped each other get there. And I can swear to you that from this day, moving forward for the next 3 days, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, everything I'm saying is real. I'm not gonna, if you keep me in, I'm not gonna fucking start a war against you and have people go against you. I wanna work with you. I do think that I'm a better decision to keep in the house for you and for me than not. And if you allow me to help you, I will help you. And if I get evicted, then I get evicted. But it's just like, I just want your mind not to be made up.
Okay. And that's fair. And that's 100% fair.
And
I am giving you a 100% promise that I'm going to hear you out over the next 3 days.
And like I'm
You're
just
not right now for me.
and the thing is like I hate being so emotional, but
dude,
it's just
I
like
feel
I'm just
you.
angry, and I'm just like it's just like this
It's unfair.
yeah, and it's just like when I'm like passionate, I just cry. So it's like if you see me
I
like just
feel
let
you.
me, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm passionate, and like it would be, to me, it would be such a waste to get me out of the house right now, you know. And I know that you have your skepticism, so let's just talk about
Well,
it.
that's the thing. I would love the opportunity.
You
to
can't
sit
just
down and
you
chat
can't
with
just
you about
make
it.
assumptions and feel certain ways and then kick me
Yeah.
out and then kick yourself. You know, it's like not asking the questions why. It's like when people do something, you know, you have to bring it up. You have to talk about them, and we owe it to each other because you were like my chick in this house. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
No,
on
I
a
know.
soul connecting level. Like
Yeah.
you were a person that like, you know, I felt that since the moment we came in, like the person that I don't need to talk to every day, the person
Yeah.
that I don't need to, you know, be in your HOH every 2 seconds. And I wish I was, because I honestly like didn't think that I needed to be
Yeah.
because of our conversation.
Oh, for sure.
But like you said, like things can change in the blink of an
Yeah.
eye.
And
You know
that's
what
the
I
thing,
mean?
like the most like the most impactful emotion to feel in this house is doubt. And as soon as you start planting a seed of doubt in your own head, it's very easy to run wild with it. Which is why I think it's probably best that we like actually just air out some shit, lay everything on the table, be like, these are the things that have sketched me out. I would like an explanation for them so that I know that there's no like because it's easy to sit back and be like, oh, this sketched me out, must be true, must be because you're sketchy, moving on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, obviously today is not our day because we're
No,
just going to be
exactly.
a
And
fucking
it's not,
disaster.
it's not going to be my day for anybody today.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to talk to anybody today. Like I'm not, because I'm talking based on like emotions right now, and it's just
Yeah.
like, but it's like I could talk to people today because I already know why I should stay in this house, why I'm good for anyone's game,
Yeah.
why I feel like I should stay in over Marin.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, if like half of the people in this house, if they were on the block with Marin, they would be seen as a bigger target to go home.
Yeah.
When it's like, if me and you were on the target, Erica, it could go fucking
Even
either
shot,
way. If I
yeah.
was on the block with anyone, I'm seen as a huge target.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy decision, and I would probably go home next to a lot of these people. And I don't give a fuck. If you want to put me on the block next week, do it. But give me a fair chance to
Yeah.
fucking fight for it.
Yeah.
Don't do it in this type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I absolutely
and I know
agree.
it's like it's a part of the game, so it's not like I'm like, oh my god, who blindsides or who backdoors or whatever, because it's like it's gonna happen to everybody.
Yeah.
But it's just
I think it was more like, rather than being like, okay, well, I don't want you to have a chance to play in the veto. One, it was not an initial thought. It was more of an afterthought. And two, it seemed as though, and I'm glad you cleared it up, if I did put you on the block, that would be it for you and I. So it was one of those things where it's like, if I try to take a shot by any means, it has to land, and if it doesn't, I'm fucked. And I assumed like it would be like, okay, well, screw you, Erica, bye, you're going home next week.
I know what you mean, and I feel like a lot of people think that, and which will be cleared up in the next 3 days talking to them.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like you've been my top 2 girls since I came in the house.
Yeah.
And I want to work with you. I don't want to work against you. And like it would, if you kept me in that, like, I'm talking about it like so like these are stupid reasons, but they're just like reasons.
No,
It's
but
like to be like made a big move, put me on the block, and then all of a sudden from a vote to 7-3 or whatever the vote would be, Marion, you were going home, and Veronica, who is clearly the biggest target in the house, clearly everyone thinks fuck, Erica's taking the shot. Of course, like that's where her head is. But then to be able to give me a chance, and imagine you give me a chance, like after everything that I've said about wanting to prove my loyalty, to prove my trust to you, to prove my commitment to you as a
To
player,
actually prove it.
to do it, and then fuck, game on for everybody else.
Yeah.
Like let's fucking go, Erica.
Rambo style.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's how I feel, and it's like, and that's why I'm glad that I walked by you and said, you can chill the fuck
Yeah.
out, like weird. And I'm
It
gonna
is weird.
be. I'm
It is
going
really
to be-
weird, and it felt weird. Like it feel, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a
and,
fan.
and I'm going to be emotional around you because you know you are the one that put me in this decision, in this position. But it's not like a angry way. It's like I'm really sad that it was you, but I just think that we can get through it.
Yeah.
Like I do, and if we can, then there's like so much of this future in this game together.
Yeah.
And if we can't, then I'm wrong, and like sucks to suck, and that's it. You know what I mean?
I hate the idea of like this whole like you got haha kind of like, it's not like that.
No.
Like, I have by no means I'm trying to sit here and be like, you know what I mean? Like that's not how it is. And it sucks because I never anticipated the person who is could be my closest ally to be my biggest competitor and also someone that I adore as a human being. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that.
And think of it.
Yeah.
Think of it for the next 3 days, Erica.
Yeah.
Like, think of it like you and me are the type of people that can read people and can see through people and you know, feel vibes and energy and connection, and just don't base it off anything but how you feel. And like, I know that it's possible that it's not 100% for you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I know that you might have doubts about me, but I know that you also feel really strong, great things about me.
I was going to say, I see the best in you. I really do. I really do see the best in you. And sometimes you make it very hard to do, but...
Fuck off. But yeah, you know, so just don't be 100%, you know, hear me out. You know, take time to think. Don't listen to other people. Don't you know, talk to other people. Just think, what does Veronica have to offer as a person and a player? And the doubts, are they stuff that really matter, or that we can talk through?
And are they doubts that I'm feeling, or that other people are trying to get me to feel?
Exactly.
Which is also an important thing to note as well.
Exactly.
And I promise that the least that I can do, the least I can do, is give you the benefit of the doubt and hear you out these next 3 days. Because I'm not gonna sit there and like just shut you out. Like, I promise I won't.
And don't feel that putting me on the block means that you have to send me home.
Yeah.
You can put people on the block and you can change your mind, or you can trust them, or you can weigh options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nothing is definite in this house.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
You know, and if you decided that you wanted to work with me, it's not a downfall to you. It's, holy shit, this girl made a big move. Now she's making an even bigger one by giving someone like a leap of faith.
Yeah.
You know?
And I do feel that. And I don't want things to be weird between us.
Yeah, I don't want it to be either. I'm glad we had this little mini call.
Yeah, me too.
Because like, honestly, I didn't want it to be weird.
Yeah,
you know what I
me
mean?
neither.
And like, it's not.
It feels worse when it's weird.
Yeah.
Especially between between
people who actually give each other. It's different when you put someone on the block that like.
And you're like, anyways, bye.
Yeah, you know. But with us, it's just like, I don't want us to not be able to be in each other's rooms.
Yeah.
I still want us to be able to sit and have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want you to be able to listen to my iPod if we had iPods. To listen to.
Exactly. And I was gonna go fucking listen to your iPod after that shit. Like, I was gonna go there and sit in your room.
Like, the irony had not dawned on, or like did not escape me, that it was literally like sitting in my HOH room listening to my iPod in my house coat, lest we forget. Yeah. And I was literally like, this is a lot. I can't right now. My heart is fucking killing me.
So yeah, I don't know. Just keep an open mind and let me talk to you. Let's
will.
possibly work things out, because that would be amazing. And if not, fuck sucks to suck, but to me, give me a chance to fucking... You haven't given me a chance to prove anything to you.
Yeah.
You're only basing your feelings off, you know, doubts and assumptions and feelings. You know, it's like almost like, you know, speak louder than words.
For sure.
Put your money where your mouth is.
For sure.
You either, you know, you have to take chances on people, or you don't. You could either be right or wrong.
Yeah.
But just
No,
based
it's literally
off
what we were
of
talking about the whole like gun analogy.